Hello, hello. I'll give it a second to send the notification out to everyone. Um, I just refreshed my hair, so there's still some moisturizer in it right now. That's what you're seeing. And yes, I am sick again. I'm actually on the tail end of feeling better, but let's see if anyone comes into the live to chat. And if you do, just say hello. And let me know if you can hear me because I am talking a little bit low, and that's just because I'm sick and I was coughing my whole life away. Hi, Nate. Hey, Nicole. Hey, Ghibli. Hey. I'll take two of y'all. So, how are you guys doing? I hope no one else is sick. I feel like there's something going around right now. It's not COVID. I feel like it's probably like a really bad cold, and of course I caught it. Me hanging outside, having a little fun. I always pay for it. Hi Celia. Hi Needham. How are you guys? Oh, more people are on here. Hi Faisal. How are you? Oh, you're doing well, Ghibli. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a little while. You can't see Knight. Knight is sitting right next to me, just staring at me with his lovely eyes. Hi, Chloe. Hi, Catherine. She says, "How's the Happy Nappy gang? How's everyone doing today?" It's so weird going live on a Thursday, but who knows? Maybe a lot of people will actually pop in today. If not, we'll chat about what we want to chat about, and yeah. And Nicole says, "I finally caught you. It's been a heck of a 2 months. I moved back to PA in March." Oh yeah, you did say that. We have to like try to connect or I'll try to do an event. Um, I feel like there's always events here and there, but I'll definitely try to post more about it. I am doing um it's like Black Hair Care 101 at the Free Library in West Philadelphia. I don't know how close you are to Philly, Nicole. I know you're in Pennsylvania, but I don't think you're in Philly proper. Um Judy says drink warm marshmallow tea for your throat. Yeah, I definitely I didn't it's funny, I didn't do marshmallow root. I did some slippery elm, I did echinacea and elderberry, but I'm gonna definitely try some marshmallow root just to like soothe my throat because I feel like a lot better than how like the last couple days was like definitely not it. And I feel like that's why the other day I like put in the chat like, oh, I'll be live, and definitely wasn't yesterday. My brain was just not working yesterday. Um okay. Hey Anik. She says, hey. Catherine says, I like the scalp information video. Oh yeah. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Let me know if you guys have let me know if you guys are have any questions regarding the challenge, the videos, the herbs that you're using. I know some people don't have all of the herbs that we're using for the challenge, but let me know if you have like one or two herbs or you don't have any of the herbs, if you need some recommendations. I'll also try to make sure I include that in like the next video that we do. But yeah, let me see. Hi, Love Jones. She says, hello, Michelle Mods in chat. Hi, Faisal. She says, smack the thumbs up button so the notification will be sent out to others. Yes, yes. Please do. 224, 2 out of 24. Lillian is good too for the throat. I don't know if I have any of that, but I definitely have marshmallow root and slippery elm, so I'll definitely try that. Diane says, hello everyone. Hi Diane, how are you? It's been a minute. Nicole says, and I'm in Harrisburg and Philly is 2 hours away. Oh yeah. I know where Harrisburg is. Actually, my girlfriend lives in Harrisburg and she goes and comes all the time. So not too far. I feel like if I have an event, you gotta come down though. Celia says, I'm doing well. My watch day is on Wednesday, and I mixed 2 gloss bars. I'm here absolutely loved. Yes. Like, I love that combination. Well, I love henna in general. I feel like henna's will still OG one of my favorite herbs. But the almond fenugreek neem and that combination with the gloss bars, you get enough strength, but you also get enough moisture. So I'm glad you loved it too. Ghibli says, are neem and brain grudge strengthening? Brain garage, brain garage is definitely strengthening. Neem can be on the more strengthening side. Um, neem, to me, I don't feel like neem is as strengthening as brain garage. To me, brain garage is way more strengthening. And actually, brain garage is actually works to like strengthen the hair follicles, like at the follicle level. So like, yeah, I would find that I personally find that to be way more strengthening. So if you're looking for something a little bit conditioning, I had like aloe or amla or slippery elm, something with a little bit of mucilage if you're using those two herbs together. Catherine says, do you know of a very light oil that can be left on the scalp with fungal properties? Um, it's funny you say that because I would definitely recommend neem oil, even though neem stinks to like high heaven. If you could dilute it with another oil and some maybe like lemongrass essential oil, but neem oil is actually really like really has a lot of antifungal properties. Um, let me think. Let me think. Sorry, I'm a little congested. Light oils that you can also use, and I would recommend is like peppermint, sweet almond, avocado oil, apricot seed oil. I know apricot seed oil, I believe, has some antifungal properties, but if you do a couple drops of like tea tree, peppermint, eucalyptus, lemongrass, all of those do have some antifungal properties to it. Oh, Nicole, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Oh, um, Yannick says, this isn't regarding the challenge, but I've been hearing in the natural hair community that washing goes and letting your twist air dry is damaging. I've always let my twist air dry thoughts. When I tell you it's always something new with the natural hair community right now, there's nothing wrong with letting your hair air dry. What a lot of people are saying is what's damaging, and I use this very loosely because obviously y'all know I air dry only on my hair. Like unless I probably could count on one hand the times I've ever blow dried my hair out. For the most part, I'm an air dryer through and through. My hair is not damaged. My hair is healthy. A lot of times, what I think people are saying is that products don't penetrate into the hair shaft, and their hair stays wet for a long, long period of time and doesn't dry. Now, if your hair is staying wet for days on end, yes, it could technically be damaging. You can get like high growth fatigue, but outside of that, if your hair is drying, there's nothing damaging with air drying your hair. Like people always come up with these like crazy things that I do think if you're again, if your hair is staying wet for a long like days, then yes, you need to make sure you either part your hair so that it dries or um, do something so that it dries. But no, not regular wash and goes. They're not damaging. Nicole says, really wow. Yes, I'll definitely pop through. So my hair is doing very well. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Faisal says, I'm trying to work on the top of my head. All of a sudden it's falling out plus growing back short, slow. Like right here, Faisal, because if it's right here, I'm gonna highly recommend you go to your doctor and see if you're deficient in anything. That like crown related thinning and hair loss is generally tied to like iron anemia, vitamin D deficiency. Sometimes it's like hormone related, but definitely check that out because that's out like that's how I experienced it for me. There's been plenty of women I recommended on this chat to go, and literally all of them was connected to some type of vitamin deficiency. So as much as we're working on topical things in this challenge, we also want to make sure that we're getting enough vitamin and nutrients regularly so that we're staying healthy and our hair can grow healthy. Oh, thank you, Needham. Yes, autoimmune diseases can definitely cause hair loss too. So, number one thing I would tell you, go to your doctor, have them run a blood test first and foremost, because I have a feeling that's more due to something going on internally. Yannick says, I don't usually do wash and goes because it causes a lot of knots. Same. Y'all know, I think I did like a wash and go last year and I loved it. But the insane detangling time I had after that, I was like, never again. So like I'll re-moisturize my hair and I had it into like some big twists to help stretch it. This is about as much of a wash and go as anyone's gonna get from me these days. Like I don't really have time to spend hours detangling my hair every week. It just causes insane amounts of knots and more issues. And then I have to end up cutting my hair and losing all the length I retained. So I agree, Yannick, not worth it for me. Celia says, "Are we getting the DIY DHT blocker oil recipe in the challenge?" Yes. On the week that we're doing it, I will be making a recipe for you guys. Ghibli says they call it dry rotting in the streets when your hair dries your hair out. When your air dries your hair out. I have to look it up because I feel like people change and make different things and different names for different things over time. But dry rotting, I mean, okay. This is how I feel. I just feel like there's always some new thing going on. I've never had any type of issues um air drying my hair. And I mean, like again, I'm also using products in my hair. My hair is not like I'm not just washing my hair and then not putting any products on it and letting it dry and just becoming very, very dry. Y'all know I always use my leave-ins or conditioners. Um, and my hair stays moisturized. I always try to make sure that whether it's in twists or some type of style that it dries throughout the night so that it doesn't create like hygro fatigue. Um, yeah. Nicole says, "You're welcome. I've been so busy, I haven't been in touch." Yeah, we all listen. We all get that way. Sometimes, like, I really want to go live every Sunday. There might be some Sundays I miss because life just be happening. Like sometimes you have the best of intentions, me included, and life just be lifing. And then, of course, I know getting sick midweek. I was like, come on. I was like, come on. I'm like in the middle of the sale. Um, which by the way, if you haven't picked up your products, if you guys do want to get products, you can still get 20% off. I'll probably actually leave it till Sunday. I initially had it for Friday, but I'll probably leave it to Sunday. Since I did start the sale late this week. Oh. Vizel says yes, the crown. Okay, yeah. So definitely please go to your Dr. Vizel. That's like the best thing I can recommend, 100%, especially when it comes to that crown. CCCA is very, very common in the Black community, unfortunately. So definitely go get it checked out. Like I said, mine was due to my iron anemia. Y'all know I take my liquid iron and I take moringa and amla. Right now I've been taking like a lot of moringa and amla because I'm a little bit sick. So I've been doing smoothies like every day as well. So definitely, check that out. Catherine says, in your opinion, when prepping, would you rather apply the oil on damp or bone drying hair? Also, if I warm your DHT oil or Ayurvedic blend oil, would that mess up the essential oils? Um, so I recommend oiling on like lightly damp hair. It doesn't have to be like wet, soaking wet, but definitely damp hair. I feel like it just penetrates better. I think when you do things on bone dry hair, especially oils on bone dry hair, like you're just kind of like I don't want to say locking or sealing in the dryness, but you're kind of sealing in the dryness. But like let's say it's midweek and you want to refresh your hair, use either like my leave-in or if you have a tea or even you just have water, like don't don't sleep on just plain water, y'all. If you have good quality water, so or distilled water, put spring water if you have it in a spray bottle. You don't have to soak your hair, just lightly mist where you're gonna oil, and then go in and oil your scalp. That way, your hair doesn't feel like you just put oil into dry hair and it just feels drier, right? So definitely do it like that. It's fine to refresh your hair midweek, like well, I did because y'all know I did the henna and omelet treatment this past Tuesday. So I was supposed to do 3 days and deep condition my hair, and I obviously got sick. So that didn't happen until today. So that's why my hair is still kind of damp because I just like refreshed it. I was like, oh, let me get on this live and actually not look like a hot mess on the live today because I was not feeling great. So and if you warm your DHT oil up, it won't mess up the essential oils. It depends on how are you heating up the oil. The best thing I can recommend is like if you boil some water, um, set it off to the side, pour some in a cup, and then put the oil in there. No, it won't mess up the essential oils. I believe like the flash point of the essential oils is like everyone's a little bit different, but I do believe the one in there is like 90 degrees. So like you're okay by using just like hot water and doing a water bath. Hey Tiffany, how are you? She's I'm heading to work. Well, thank you for joining us, Tiff. Susan says, can you give us some guidance as to moisturizing the scalp techniques, products, etc.? You could definitely look at the tea I used this past last week. I had to think about it. Last week we did a tea, a scalp tea. When it comes to like scalp care and moisturizing the scalp, I highly recommend just using like teas and like a light oil, depending on how much sebum you have on your scalp and how much buildup you have. But I would always recommend doing like water, tea, aloe, something moisturizing first. Focus that on the scalp and then use your oil. And always give yourself a nice massage. One of the best things to do to help stimulate that hair growth, you guys, is to give yourself a massage. So I may not always specifically state it in my videos, but you guys will always see me after I oil, after I hydrate, I always go in and give myself a nice massage. I actually just pulled out my massager that I got during our tea and scalp massage challenge, and I definitely want to get back into using that frequently. I'll probably bring it out for the next Tip Tuesday that we do because I forget what we're making next. We're either making a tea or oil next, and either way, I think it's important at least on wash day, like at least once a week. I think it's important to make sure that you're when you're using oils or putting something on your scalp that you're uh, massaging the scalp as well. I demonstrate Celia, like I say, I demonstrate that in my video on not this past Tuesday, but the previous Tuesday, where we actually use the scalp care tea on our scalp. But also, if you actually look at my playlist, I have a playlist called Hair Teas and Scalp Massages. It was a challenge we did. Literally, I show you, even if you're not, again, washing your hair, you don't have to wash your hair. That's not the only time you can moisturize your scalp. But use the teas throughout the week. If you have a style like this, like right now, okay, I mean, obviously, I just took out my twists and it's a little bit shrunken now, but I would just take down the hair, focus on the scalp, spray the tea or spray the aloe, spray the water, add a little bit of oil to the pads of your fingers, and then just go in and give yourself a nice massage. Oh, let me see. Hold on. Okay, let me let me remove. Thank you, Rissy, because I completely missed that. Um but yeah, see, let me know if that helps you out. If you have any other questions. Catherine says, "Me neither. I've air dried my hair since the crib. My hair is doing fine." Yeah, I feel like I say, I feel like the natural hair community likes to come up with new random things periodically just to keep us on our toes because I don't know. I feel like, for some people, if your hair is staying wet for days on end, yes, that's terrible. Actually, no one should be doing that with their hair. But um, for the most part, most of us have a really good regimen. We know we need to make sure our hair doesn't stay wet for days on end. I mean, I've air dried my hair pretty much my entire life I'll say pretty much since I've been natural. Obviously, when I was relaxed, obviously I use heat, but yeah. Um, Hi, Rissy. How are you, dearie? Joel says, "Can I warm my fenugreek paste on the stove after defrosting instead of putting cold fenugreek?" Oh, yes, yes. Use a double boiler method, Joel. So just like if you have the fenugreek paste, put a pot, put some water there, put the bowl on top, heat it up. You'll find actually a lot of people, especially if you have low porosity hair, using warm products on your hair is one of the best ways for it to penetrate quickly and absorb, get all those benefits and nutrients. That's one thing I think, like, one of my favorite parts about using the gloss bars is because you have to heat it up. And let me tell you, using that warm product on your hair, it just absorb, it just like soaks in, like my hair just takes it all in. So definitely, definitely do that. Hi, Michelle. She says, hi, Michelle. Richie says, happy nappy crew. I miss y'all. I miss these. Yeah, I miss you. I miss you guys too. Like I say, I'm definitely going to try to come on Sundays again. And if I miss one, I'll either try to do midweek, but like it's warm and I'm doing a lot of different things outside of just YouTube and my business. I'm trying to definitely like grow my brand and stuff. So I'll be doing like in-person events, live events, and so I might miss some Sundays, but I'm gonna try and do as many Sundays lives as possible. And if I miss it, I'll try to make up for it during the week if possible. Uh Okay, so this is things, refresh the chat, no problem. You know I don't play with these outsiders. I know. Rissy, it's like a safe space with just like women, and people always have to come in and just like, and men can come too, but just don't be weird. Just don't make it awkward. This is not what we're here for. Um, Julie says, any new products for this year? So I actually have working on that shampoo for the hibiscus line. So hopefully that will be soon, and a gel before the summer. So like soon. Those are my goals. I also, it's funny because I haven't posted it on my website yet, but you guys asked for sample sizes, and I've done so. I actually took them with me to Atlanta, so I have 2 ounce samples of pretty much every product except for the O and Now leave-in conditioner. So I think I'm gonna do like either, I don't know if I will offer them just like buy one or offer them as a bundle. I'll actually let you guys help me decide on that. They're 2 ounce, they're 2 ounces, and there's the leave-in, the hibiscus and shea leave-in, the styler, the deep conditioner, the brightening lights conditioner, the twist cream. Am I missing something? Those are all in the 2 ounce sizes. I may do like a combination, and I may do like the sample size soaps, maybe like 2 to 3 ounces of the soaps as well. So I'm thinking like a little bundle, like a little travel, called like a travel size bundle. So that will one. So I actually haven't. I don't know if I kind of mentioned it to you guys, but this Saturday I'll be doing a Black Hair Care 101 talk, and I'm giving out free samples at at the talk. Um, so pretty much right now, all of my current samples that I've made are going for that. But I probably will like launch it for you guys, and then obviously offer you guys a sell for it. Um, so yeah, and I hear like you guys like a bundle. Yeah, I'm thinking about doing like a bundle, and maybe like 4 options or 5 options, and you can kind of pick the ones you want in that bundle. Yeah. Those are the new things coming down the pipeline. Really, honestly, like the shampoo is important, but to me, getting the gel out by the summer is like high on my priority list, especially because everyone wants to use gel this summer. And I honestly got into gels only recently. So, I'm really excited about that too. Nita says, I've been oil washing my scalp and hair on washes after shampooing and before conditioning. It seems to help with dry scalp. Oil washing. What is oil washing? Okay, so Risty said, what is oil washing? I apply it to my hair and scalp the same way I apply shampoo or conditioner. So are you shampooing, then oil, and then conditioner? So they used to do that. They used to do oil rinsing. Like that was a big thing in the natural hair community for a while. Um, People were applying oil to their scalp and then putting the conditioner. If it helps with your dry scalp, go ahead. Just make sure that you're not getting and creating a lot of buildup by doing that over time. Like I'm sure it's fine occasionally to do. Just make sure that at some point your scalp does get clean, because also, sometimes too much oil, too much of a good thing can also be a bad thing when it comes to our scalps. But if you're not having any issues with it, that's okay to do. I feel like I used to oil rinse back when my eczema used to be crazy, but for me, I think like switching over to natural products really helped heal my scalp. Like I really don't have flare ups like that anymore. But like I say, I think it's just important to make sure that your scalp is not like, if you're midweek and you're like, I call it the scritch test, and your scalp is like, be careful, because again, too much buildup can also eventually lead to hair loss. So just make sure that you're not creating more issues with a temporary relief of a problem, right? That's all. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like I say, after wash day, I do oil on my scalp. I don't always do it every single time. I am focusing on it, of course, during this particular challenge, because we're focusing on preventing hair loss, and I'm using my DHT blocker, which is really, really beneficial for obviously blocking DHT. So I definitely want to make sure I get that. But for me, because I work out a lot and I'm a head sweater, I don't like to create too much buildup on my scalp, because then that also creates a whole nother set of issues. So one time for me is good. I know some people with extremely dry scalp will use the hair teas and the oils like every 2 to 3 days, and that works perfect for them. So just make sure your scalp is like okay with that. It's usually fine, okay, initially, but again, like check your scalp 2, 3 weeks in, a month in, and see how your hair and your scalp is responding. Celia says, "Are we getting the hibiscus leave-in in a larger size?" Oh yeah, I can definitely do a larger size. I definitely did a sample, 8 ounces, to see if there was interest, and of course there was a lot of interest. So yeah, I'll definitely add a 16 ounce of the leave-in. I'll also, what there was another product I feel like you guys wanted me to do larger sizes as well. I'll probably have to like go back and look, because I do know there were some other products you guys really wanted in a larger size. So yeah. Nina says, "I struggle with tangles and it seems out." Okay, that's good then. That's good. You struggle with tangles. I think you had said it like that, like almost netting at your roots, or was it you, Nina? I know some people had struggled a little bit with like netting at the roots of their hair, and I was saying like a lot of people are not getting enough moisture, or either not enough protein in that section. So if that's working for you, go ahead. Rissy says, "I never heard of that. I guess look into it." Yeah, you could definitely look into it. It was something people were doing a little while ago. Excuse me, I gotta like blow my nose real quick. Just give me 1 second. I guess I should have like muted you guys so you didn't have to hear all that loveliness. Okay. Oh yeah, but oil rinsing was like a thing at one point. I think that's what they call it. I think they called it oil rinsing, and it's always something. It's always something new coming out. So yeah. Confession says, "I love a bundle." Okay, okay. Joelle says, "I tried oil washing, but it broke my back out, and I got a lot of acne." Right. Like I said, it's not for everyone. And I've definitely tried it. I felt like it was really good in the beginning, but I think due to my lifestyle, I can't. And also, I create a lot. I don't create a lot of sebum. I create, because I work out, I sweat. I create a lot of sweat. So the sweat with the oils is not, it doesn't give for me. For me, okay. Everyone has different sebum production. Everyone doesn't sweat as much. Some people's hair is drier. So you really have to do and listen to your hair and your scalp. Okay. Julie says the nails are slaying, Michelle. Oh, thank you. It's funny. These are the last day. My nails are like, I don't know if you can see, they're like all the way grown out. I'm actually about to redo them. I see my nail tech tomorrow. So we're gonna come up with a new design. But when I say these nails got so much love, and I love them, they were very fun and springish. But thank you. Mrs. C. Walker says a bundle would be great. There's so many products, I get extremely fatigued trying to figure it out. It's been 3 years and I still don't have it all the way right. It's okay. Listen, it's a journey, and don't feel like you have to have everything figured out right away. Like I feel like I've been natural for 15, 16 years now, and I feel like I've tried almost every product in the world, and obviously I know what my hair likes now, and I know I have my product and my product line that I feel works. But I always tell people like you don't have to purchase my line, you don't have to purchase my products, but just make sure you find something that really, really works for you. And I know it's hard, but once you find something, like try to stick with it. Try not to become too product junky-ish. I mean, we've all been through like phases and cycles of things of like, oh, and also I think brands also sometimes change the products that used to work, and they change the formula and it's like doesn't work anymore. So it's okay if you don't have it figured out. I think like you guys recommended the bundles and the sample sizes for, to encourage people who maybe, don't know if buying the whole bottle would work for them. So I got you guys. I got you. I'm listening. I'm definitely listening. Oh, Celia says, I'm gonna stop talking now. No, Celia, you can talk all you want. You're completely fine. Um, but is it possible to have a gloss bar bundle where we can select from all the gloss bars? Actually, I need to like go back and see if I can do it. I know on my other site it wouldn't allow me to do that many options, but I think on my new site I can. I never went back to double check to see. So yeah, I could definitely do that. That's like completely fine. Um, so you guys can mix and match the bundles. Are the three? I want to ask: is three okay? Would you like a four bundle, or is a three bundle perfectly fine? Rissy said, "My goodness, oil washing reminded me of water washing." Okay, I'm gonna stop now. Do you remember water washing? It's been like years, but people were only using water to wash their hair at some point. And again, like I say, you need some type of surfactants or something to remove the oils and build up from your hair. Like sometimes these methods create more issues over time. Like in the beginning, it works out just fine, but you don't have to use, I tell people, you don't have to use commercial products. There are a lot of herbs that have saponins, which are sapo and soap in, that can cleanse the hair that are not as stripping. But Ritzy, I know you've been around a long time too, so I know you've seen, I know you've seen a lot of trends come and go. So I always say this, we're gonna, for us and what we do on my channel, we're trying not to like jump on a lot of different bandwagons, but we know like the most important things is you need to have a clean scalp, you need to condition your hair, you need to moisturize your hair. Those are like the basic things we will always do on my channel. And a lot of people don't want to shampoo their hair, and I'm going to shampoo my hair. I'm going to recommend everyone shampoos their hair. There are some things that I continuously will always promote and recommend because it leads to a healthy scalp. Hi, Night. Hi. Okay. Shell just says, "Hello, Michelle. Hands down, your leave-ins are the best. Please, 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 never ever stop making the own now line." Oh, thank you. Also, I love your challenges. Thanks so much. You're so welcome. I really appreciate that. Like, literally, hearing your feedback like is very. I feel so blessed that I have the opportunity to provide products for you guys, and it works, and you guys love it. Um, so yeah. Needham says yes. Rinse out the oil before conditioning and use oils high in linoleic acid, basically dry oils that are good for normal oily or acne prone skin. Okay. Okay. That's good, Needham. That's good. Just like I said, just observe it over time. And if you need to stop 1 week and go back the next week, by all means. JB said daily scalp massages and warming the scalp oil for people who have helped me with my CCA. That's good, sis. That's good. I tell people don't sleep on scalp massages. I think I'll like make sure I mention that in like the next video because I do it every time naturally now. Like it's just like second habit, on wash days. But I really can't stress enough. Like the nutrients that are delivered to your hair follicles are from the bloodstream. So when you give yourself a nice scalp massage, you're forcing the blood to go into that area. So it's really good. Catherine says, for my preview, I used to leave it overnight, wash in the morning. Afterward, my scalp felt sore, but my strands are shiny. Now I preview with the conditioner. My scalp is happy, but my hair is missing shine. How long are you currently pre-pooing? And are you using heat or steam, Catherine? And it could just be like you're not leaving it on long enough. Like some people, depends on the are you using the same product that you're leaving on overnight currently as a pre-poo? It could just be about time. Let me tell you, time can be a determining factor. Heat can be a determining factor. I would say time and heat are probably neck and neck with how your hair responds, how it looks, the shine, the moisture, all of that. Catherine said, no heat. I leave the oil overnight. I usually leave it. So when you leave the oil in overnight, your scalp would be sore. But if you leave it as a pre-poo, okay. Now I pre-poo with a conditioner. My scalp is happy, but hair is missing shine. Why don't you pre-poo with conditioner and an oil? Why don't you if you're gonna pre-poo, use a hair tea or water. Just let me just say, use water, oil your scalp, use a conditioner, pre-poo, detangle, whatever you're doing. Leave it on with some heat, like steamer or a hot cap. If you have a hot cap, you know what I do? Plastic bag, head wrap, another head wrap, go about my business. That would probably aid in adding a lot more shine to your hair. I think, like I say, heat and time are one of the two greatest factors. And if you don't have heat, then you will need time because sometimes it takes time for the products to absorb in your hair to get those benefits and nutrients. Hey, Rissy said y'all yelling about these leave-ins, and I'm like, Rissy, have you not tried the leave-ins? Girl, you better get on it, Rissy. It's time. It's time, Rissy. Tiffany says my seborrheic dermatitis is acting up again. Tis the season. Usually I used to have flare-ups around this season too. What are you using right now, Tiffany, for it? Is it in your scalp or is it just like on your body where it's acting up? So Celia says a 4 bundle I think would be perfect. Catherine says a 6 gloss bar set bundle. All right. I'll definitely think about it and I'll look. Let me put a note because I'm queen of saying I'm gonna do something and immediately forgetting and then having to rewatch. Okay. Vizel says I want to order, but I remember that you talked about the products would leak. Live in Cali and now it's warm here. Myself, the only product that I would worry about would be the butter in Cali at this point, but all the rest of the products you should be okay with. I literally now double seal pretty much everything. So outside of the butter, what? Oh, there's like a bee at my window, and I'm like, I thought it was in my house. Um, oh, hi Octavia. She says my name is Octavia, like Octavia Spencer, but I'm older. Okay. But yeah, so no, everything is I tape seal it and then I use a plastic seal and then I wrap it in a bubble wrap. So I don't think I've had any issue. The only one I would say gives me a little bit of thing is the butters. And it's funny, it's only the butters if I'm shipping to Cali or to Texas, which is my two biggest West Coast. I can ship the butters locally here as long as it's not definitely hot out. The Shea Bay Ayurvedic whip butter has emulsifiers in it, so it actually has a higher melting point, so it doesn't melt as fast. The Shea Bay butter is just lighter butters, like your shea butter, your mole raw butter. They have a lower melting point, so when I ship to farther away, those ones tend to melt in shipping. But everyone else is fine. Nicole says, I don't even watch nobody else, the ones that I listen to. I don't even see them doing videos anymore. You're the only one that's consistent. Yeah. It's crazy. A lot of the YouTube girls who used to talk about natural hair, they're not doing natural hair anymore. Or sometimes a lot of them went back to relaxers or um yeah, they're just not people are just not posting. And I feel like part of like I'm passionate. I think the thing is like I'm actually passionate about natural hair care. I'm not saying that other people are not passionate about hair care, but like it drives me, and not just because I have a business behind it, but like I genuinely want people to grow their hair out, whether again, like whether you use my products or not. Like I really want Black women to learn how to take care of their hair. I want us to like solve some of these common issues regarding like alopecia and hair loss, like address them, go to our doctors, get the help we need. So I feel like at some point, I my goal is to always do YouTube videos, but like having that knowledge is so helpful. And having the YouTube channel, you always have what they call like evergreen content. Like maybe one day when I'm not making videos, maybe when I'm old one day and I'm not making videos, the content will be there. So people will have the information. But there's still so much I feel like I haven't been able to share with you guys. There's new herbs, there's new things coming out. And, I definitely enjoy like that aspect of it. And I know some people go through like burnout too. Depends on like how many videos you're posting, what else you got going on in your life. Life can ebb and flow, and sometimes people just need a break. Jeeva said, yes, Michelle, I stopped buying so many products when I started using your stuff, unlike some companies preying on our money. Yes. Well, I'm glad for your support, Jeevely. Missy said, yeah, it's hot out here today. Yeah. Tiffany, get well soon. Catherine says, no heat. I leave the oil overnight. Okay, we'll try dampening with neem tea, then apply warm oil. See if my scalp will keep acting up. Yeah, the neem tea should really, really help. Just be consistent. Doesn't happen on the first time. It might happen on the second or third time, but definitely be consistent. Have you heard of spironolactone? My dermatologist prescribed it for my DHT testosterone hair loss. No, no, but I'll definitely look into it. Night, come here, Night. Why do you do this every time? I'll definitely look into it, FM. I haven't heard of it. Do you feel like it's been working for you? Like, have you, been using it or not yet? Just something brand new. Nicole says, "Oh well, we use someone who is passionate. We love you, Michelle. Thank you, Nicole. I love you guys too, man." um, Night, don't start. Come here. Come here. OP Meepo. I'm sorry if I mispronounced your name because I'm pretty sure I did. You're saying I'm having a lot of itching in my crown. I'm concerned it's my early CCCA getting worse. I've been doing the challenge every week. So, if your concern is early CCCA, which it could definitely be, I'm going to recommend, like I say to everyone else, go to your go to your doctor and have them run a blood test and check for everything. Because a lot of times that itching and that early CCCA is connected directly to some type of deficiency in your body. Iron deficiency, vitamin D, hormones, something else is going on that's causing that. Because I told you, I don't know if you watched my story. I have my CCCA story. That's how mine started out. Just like severe itching, 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 itching. And then eventually thinning, thinning, thinning. And then one day it was completely bald. And I was like, how did we get here? Um, so yes, the challenge can definitely help, but we're doing a lot of topical things. You got to make sure that you're fixing internally what's going on. And a lot of times for us as Black women, that is some type of vitamin deficiency. Because I think you're a little younger. I think you're like around. I don't know how old you are, but um, I would say like iron and vitamin D are one of like the two deficiencies like Black women have. And we've talked about this before, and I do believe it's due to the fact that a lot of us do have fibroids, and so a lot of the vitamins and nutrients are being stripped from our body. And so we're literally having the same issues, which is that CCCA. So do the challenge. The challenge could definitely help you, but make sure you like literally call your doctor tomorrow. Be like, run me my blood tests, check for everything, hormones, thyroids, deficiencies, all of it, because a lot of times it's definitely connected to that. Nicole said maybe do a members only. Yeah, and Nicole, it's funny you say that because I definitely have said I was going to do so, and I just time. Yeah, but I would love to do like a members only live stream and like just really chat with you guys about like everything and anything. Cause life be lifing and I am more than my hair, as you guys know. Like you guys have been through the last year with me and all the craziness. So yeah. Celia says, Celia says, I have to say thank you. I went natural 2008, but only started putting effort in my hair care February 22, and your channel is one of the two that has really helped me. Yay. Well, you're so welcome, my dear. Vizel says, I love my hair in the natural state. I worked in in the corporate world, and the demand for press and curl or perm exhausting the upkeep. Yeah. Yeah. I don't miss being in that area and that world. Um, I really can't wait for the Crown Act to really be not just passed, but really enacted and people really accept it. Where you can really learn to just love your hair and find it to be professional and beautiful and not thinking that you have to straighten it because you're at a fancy event, you're at work. It's, just it's a really a mindset change because you can pass a law, you can pass a thing, but people can still look at you and still view you a certain way. But hopefully we can all, and I can't even just say it's them. I can't even say it's just the others because a lot of that is internalized um, issues and drama that we've grown up with as Black women, right? This idea that natural hair isn't presentable or it's not corporate enough, it's not professional, it's not beautiful, whatever ideas we have, it's really about changing our mindset. Uh, Light. The thing is, let me tell you about Nate. He usually he sleeps all day. He literally waits till I get on live every day to show up. It's like he doesn't really want anything. He just wants me. He just wants my attention. Come here. Okay. Julie says, "Are you gonna do Black Friday this?" Yes, I'm definitely gonna do Black Friday this year. Myself. Hey B Stroke. She says, hey, chat. Hey dear. Reese says, FM, no sis. We try to stay away from prescription meds up in here. We love herbal medicine. Watch out for those side effects. Get well soon. Yeah, like I don't know anything about that, but there are always a ton of side effects for that. But there are also a ton of DHT blockers out there. I mean, I have one, but you can look at any of the videos. I have a ton of videos out. We'll be creating a DHT blocking oil. I want to say it soon. Let me look at my schedule. Night, don't start. Why don't you just go lay down? You were fine. You were literally laying down the whole time. Um, okay, so we won't be making the DHT blocking oil until week 8, but week 7 we'll be making a DHT blocking tea. Week 8 we'll be making the oil. You can also Google like DHT blockers. You can take them internally. I recommend taking like saw palmetto, pumpkin seed oil. There's a lot of things you can do naturally as well. I can definitely help out. Let me scroll back to you guys. Michelle says bundle. It'll be awesome or for traveling time of year. Yeah, I'm gonna probably after this. So like after this sale, I'm gonna try and get some more inventory for the bundles of like the small sample travel size. I'm gonna call them travel sizes, because I have the show coming up, and I'm gonna pretty much use all of them for the show that I have, and I'll rebatch them and then take some nice photos, and probably launch them. I would say maybe in 2 weeks, but I'll definitely send out an email. I'm also gonna relabel one of my oils like a beard oil at, at the hair show. There was a lot of men there, and they're like, "Oh, this doesn't say for men." I'm like, Men and women can use it, but so I'm gonna just like repurpose one of my oils and do label it a beard oil for the men who are wanting to get into herbal hair care as well. But so I think I'll launch all of those together. And I'll probably drop like a flash, like 2 3 day sale, kind of like to promote the product. Um, Anytime I do a product drop, I'll do a quick sell with it. FS3C. I agree. That's why I watch this channel. But sometimes you feel helpless. I have androgen alopecia. How long did you use your products until you noticed a difference? Have you suffered from seborrheic dermatitis? Have you tried spearmint tea? Good for DC. I have not tried spearmint tea. I have not personally had androgenic alopecia. I've had CCCA, which is that centrifugal alopecia, which is what a lot of Black women experience. Um, for I would say different, completely. I can't say completely different, but different experiences. And I do know there's a couple women down here who use my DHT blocker, who told me within like a month they were starting to see differences in their scalp. You can check on my website and you can read through the reviews. Um, a lot of times when it comes to DHT in women, sometimes there is a genetic component to it. So you do want to watch, as much as you use topical stuff, you do want to watch what you're eating, you're consuming in your diet. I don't talk a ton about diet, but really diet really plays such a major factor, a major factor in our body. Definitely take some of those herbs internally, like the saw palmetto berry. It is powerful. You can use it topically. You could take the pill form, pop those pills. You can use pumpkin seed oil, which is those two, and I'm specifically stating those two because those have been pretty extensively studied. Not every herb has been extensively studied. Like, I feel like sometimes they just don't want to know, because then, like, why would we give out free information when the earth can provide it, when I want to give you a pill that's going to have 10,000 side effects? But I do know that those two herbs have been studied pretty well. And of course, is she going to be here? Okay. Those two herbs have been studied pretty extensively. So if you want to also like use the topical treatments, also make sure you're taking some herbs internally as well to help with it, because the DHT builds up. It's like DHT is a hormone, right? It's created from testosterone. Um, Women have testosterone, and as you age, it can increase in your body, um, and that can build up on the hair follicles at the roots, and that's what really creates that androgenic alopecia. So, really getting those hormones regulated. You might want to also look at, yes, use those herbs I recommended, but you also may want to look at herbs that have I don't want to say increase, but like maca root, like that have estrogen, that are like more balancing hormones, herbs that help to balance your hormones. There's a lot of things I feel like sometimes we're doing just topical fixes and the problem's like internal, right? And what you need is a combination of both, really. Uh, Julie says you have to be consistent and have a solid routine that works for you. There's no specific time for result. There isn't, and like I say, like everyone is can be so different, and so sometimes it's based off of what you're doing and how often you're doing it. Um, for those who are suffering from that, I would recommend using like DHT blockers maybe 3 to 4 times a week, right? For those who are maybe not suffering from it and they're just going to prevent it, you may need it 1 or 2 times a week. Everyone is so different, and it depends on how long it's been. Is this something new? Is this like an old problem that you're trying to fix? And I get it can be very discouraging because losing hair, and like our hair is our crown, it's our glory, it's beautiful. And I totally understand that frustration because I haven't had androgen alopecia, but I have suffered from other forms of alopecia. And like the realization of one day literally waking up and seeing like, oh my God, I it's bald back there. That was like the shock, the shock of the year. Like seriously. Um, yeah. But you got this. Like, just be consistent. Also, really, really think about your diet. See where you could incorporate herbs internally into your diet as well. Judy says, "Me too, Michelle. Corporate is the worst for natural hair. I lost so much time in hair with yes." Um, Julie says, "Me, okay, no. I will never forget getting discriminated against my hair in 2013. It made me become louder and prouder." Oh, yeah. Listen, I can't tell you how many times people told me how unprofessional my hair was. And you know what I would do out of spite, maybe pettiness? I would pick out my afro and then just wear an undefined afro, which at the time was like very like, ew. Like you thought you hated this? Wait a minute, I got something for you. That used to be my whole mentality. It's it's hard, and I do say times are changing, and people are definitely becoming. I can't say are becoming um more acceptable to natural hair. I even think it's very interesting now, like even a lot of black men now are starting to be like, oh, I prefer my woman with natural hair. When there was a large part of time when, unless you were like uh I would say only people who used to hit on me used to be like what's the word I want? Like Neo Soul type guys. But now I feel like a lot of black men are like, "Oh, I really like your natural hair. Like I like what you're doing." It's just like more acceptance. When they see it more and they see how unique and beautiful it is, they'll learn to accept it. Doesn't base it off a man. I don't in no way, shape, or form was I saying that. But I was just saying, like, just I can definitely see the shift is happening, but we just have to be consistent. We have to love it. We have to, want to wear it and enjoy it ourselves. Oh, when you asked me about seborrheic dermatitis, I don't have seborrheic dermatitis. I have eczema. Um, I have a couple videos on things I've done to help combat my eczema. I will, if you, I think I put like, I think I titled one of my videos like hair tea that helps fight eczema. If you go to my channel and you search like eczema, you should probably come up with a couple videos that I've used. Um, but you can definitely do like a lot of treatments with like neem infused. So like my Shea Bay whipped butter has aloe and neem, and it really, really helps people with dermatitis. Helps me with my eczema too. A lot of times when your skin is off balance, it could be very, I believe, really alkaline. So you may need something a little bit more acidic. You want to maybe do something soothing like the slippery elm, aloe, things that will help coat and soothe. Also, you want to look into, and every dermatitis is so different, right? And some are triggered, mine are triggered by allergies, like the change of the season usually sends my eczema into overdrive. Last year, I had a really bad flare up, and I hadn't had a flare up in a while. But I also moved, and I was dealing with a lot of things, and stress. Stress can also cause me to have a really bad flare up. So I if you look at some of those videos, I show you and I get it like here and I get it like a lot here and here is where mine pops up. Night, please don't start. Please. Um Rissy says FM prescription meds are always a last resort for me. I'll try every herb and oil before I go to prescribed meds. Why does everything have to be happening right now? Um can they like turn off your car engine? Okay, I'll try every herb and oil before I go to prescribed meds, but that's just me. I see what the side effects can do to people. Right, right. That's me too. I literally, like, when I started, even with this cold, I literally took every herb, not every herb, but I took a ton of herbs. And only last resort where my body was just like, feeling like the worst that I take some NyQuil to sleep. But yeah, no, it's last resort for me. I totally understand that. I want your attention. Tiffany says, I love your D2 oil. It also helped my seborrheic dermatitis. Oh, yes, yes. There's a lot in that oil. There's a lot of powerful herbs in there that do a number of things. So there's like just the essential oils in that alone, the rosemary, lavender, tea tree, peppermint, really, really good for antifungal, antibacteria, helping with dandruff. Like, yes, it is a DHT blocker. Yes, we're focusing on that, but the herbs that we're using, a lot of them have a lot of like powerful benefits for not just one thing, but for a number of things. Confessions of a Jaded Optimist. Do a scalp scrub DIY. I've done one. I actually have done quite a few. You can go to my YouTube and type in scalp scrub. You'll find quite a few of them. Rissy says, and me doing all these herbs and oils is why my doctor barely sees me. And when she does see me, she asks me, is there a natural remedy for it? My doctor does the same. My doctor does the same thing too. 100%. Why all the noise today? Tiffany says, I wanted the hibiscus bundle, but it wasn't available with the small size. Oh, it wasn't available? Is it sold out? Let me take a look. Did y'all come through and sell me out? Because y'all like to play. Y'all don't play. I'll say that's the thing. Y'all don't play when it comes to a sell, y'all. Oh, yep, it is definitely sold out. So I will put some in stock because I have a ton of the 8-ounce. I actually made like 2 batches today, so I have a ton of the 8 ounces in stock. So I will update that. Thank you. I don't know why I didn't get like a notification that was like low in stock or sold out. Oh yeah, and the other one is also low in stock too. I gotta look at that. Okay. Putting those natural oils in salad, that's so good. Yeah, yes, Rissy. I think pumpkin seed oil in a salad is so good. So is oh my goodness, I can see it and my brain just it's like a nutty green oil, hemp. Hemp oil in a salad is actually really, really good. If you like nuttier oils. Exactly. Natural Chronicles says, hi everyone. I had traction alopecia when I first went natural. Now my hair is waist length. One of the things that helped me was not having glue weaves. I started doing henna using shea butter. I agree with everyone. Sometimes we want to see quick results. I would highly recommend taking care of your body internally. I take sea moss gel and moringa, and my hair has been growing like a weed. Yes. Good, good, good. And thank you for sharing your experience. Yes. Traction alopecia is like really, it's very interesting. I can't say really big, but it's really big in our community. CCCA, really big. Traction alopecia, because these are things that Black women are constantly doing in our hair. We're constantly putting braids, wigs, weaves, styles, constantly pulling, and we're losing our edges. CCCA, they say 80% of Black women have fibroids. I personally believe that the connection between fibroids and certain types of hair loss are interconnected. You just can't tell me otherwise. It's due to the fact that I believe that we had hormone disruptors. Most of us who had relaxers early on used use the relaxers, and they have been shown to be hormone disruptors. We have fibroids. We have all types of issues related to our hormones. We know now uterine cancer, and I believe it's just causing severe deficiencies, which eventually lead to hair loss. Because you have to realize, your skin, your hair, your nail, well, really your hair and nails, your body's going to care more about your internal organs before they care about your hair and nails. So if you're already deficient in something, your body doesn't care about your hair. Your body's like, forget those. I want to focus on pumping enough blood to your heart, your main organs. So when your hair is breaking and your nails are just terrible and whatever, a lot of times it's because internally there's so many deficiencies that are going on, so many things that are going on internally. And I just believe personally that it's all interconnected. And I know there's that whole lawsuit out, right now about uterine cancer and relaxers, but I feel like Black women are owed so much compensation for so many things, and maybe one day we will. But in the meantime, we can focus on healing ourselves. Like literally, natural remedies are very powerful. They're not a one quick fix. It's not like I took this one time or I took this for a week and I don't see results. It's not. It's gonna take time. But I say this. So does most medication. Like so does most prescription medication. Prescription medication also takes time. So, just be patient, just keep working at it, and work internally as well. Um, Convention herbal teas are good. I take a saw palmetto tea. Yes. And I recommend, listen, I recommend herbal teas religiously. All of the teas that we did, not in this challenge, because we're going to be doing different teas in this challenge, not all of them, but a lot of the teas I recommend, I always tell you, you could drink it. Like right now, me being sick, I always recommend the echinacea, elderberry, like peppermint, whatever. It's a blend. So I use that for my hair, but I also anytime I get sick, I'm drinking 2 to 4 cups a day. Um, you have a lot of things you can do. Bowie says, so we live. I just followed you a day ago. Hey, well, welcome. Yes, we live. I like natural and processed. Okay. Drink water, y'all. Yes, drink water. Bone straight hair. We need to normalize wearing natural hair. Negative comments motivate me to wear and love my hair even more. Same, same. As you should. The hair butter you made looks so great. Oh, thank you. I wonder if you can make a strawberry hair butter for us. Strawberry hair butter? What do you mean? Why strawberry? What's that about? Wait, what did I miss? I just see this thing about bone straight hair. I'm like, wait. Uh, I must have missed something here about bone straight hair. I don't know what we're talking about. We're loud, we're natural and proud. Yes. We should get some t-shirts. Rissy, I'm mellow at your comment. I feel the same. Yeah. Bowie says I have a little cold as well. I feel like something's going around. Life with Law says, hello, what is a good herb for hair shedding and damaged hair follicles? I mean, I'll say this. That's a really loaded question. Do you know what is causing the hair shedding? Like, are you did you just have a baby, or is it just like randomly you just all of a sudden your hair starts shedding? Is there, I'll say this, is there a direct cause, or your hair just, again, and is it shedding all over? Is it shedding in a particular area? That will be able to better help me recommend something for you. Rissy said the same thing. Hair shedding or hair fall? Boy says, that's a great thing to say. Is it sold out? I'm sorry, y'all, because y'all know I be talking a lot, and I did not scroll down, and I'm missing all these things. So let me read through the chat real quick so I can see if I'm like missing something here, and I'll try to go back and answer anything that I anything that I miss. Um, but if we were talking about my DHC Blacker oil, that's not sold out. We were talking about the leave-in and styler bundle that was sold out, but it is back in stock. Hi, Patricia. How are you, dear? Boy says I need something for shedding too. I'm about to replace my castor oil with pumpkin seed oil. Rissy, pumpkin seed oil is the oil, like literally a great, great oil. Like I'm obsessed with it. Um, it's expensive, but so is anything worth having. Okay. Nicole says I don't think my hair don't like the scalp scrub unless I had the wrong stuff in it. And listen, not everyone. Again, like I'll say this again. Not everything's for everyone. Some people don't need a whole type scalp scrub. Some people cleanse their hair enough. Other people use, uh, and I will say this one thing about if you're on my channel, we're using herbs. Herbs gently help to exfoliate your scalp. The little factor of the herbs that they're like granules, they do help to like exfoliate your scalp as you're applying it to your hair. So you're probably getting some form of scalp exfoliation. I've done a sugar scrub, which to me was very, very moisturizing. Sugar is way better than salt. Sugar can actually enhance the properties of moisturizing, but some people may not like that. And it's okay. Shedding or hair fall, there's a difference. Yes, there's definitely a difference. Excessive shedding. So, okay, I'm just gonna make this premise here as we're going along because it just seems like everyone says shedding is. If your hair is excessively shedding, then you should probably go to your doctor. Anyone who's experiencing excessive hair shedding needs to go to their doctor and have them run a blood test, okay? It's not normal. There's something probably else going on, vitamin deficiencies, hormone deficiencies, something else is going on if your hair just suddenly starts to shed. Sometimes it's stress related, hormones, there's a number of things, but you should definitely go to your doctor. Excuse me, go to your doctor. Normal hair shedding. Our hair sheds literally about 50 to 100 strands a day. Everyone's hair is a little bit different. So, hair shedding is a normal experience, it's a normal thing. I highly recommend if you think that your hair is shedding more than normal, you collect your shed hairs and you save them on wash day and you monitor your hair over time, right? So, I used to do this when I experienced my hair loss. I would collect it every wash day to see how big. Like one time I had this much shed hair and I was like, okay, this is not normal. Usually my shed hair is this, like this. To have like almost that much, I was like, is there any hair left on my head? There are things you need to watch and pay attention to. I could recommend herbs, but it is going to be tied to what is causing the hair shedding, what's causing the hair loss, right? If it's like postpartum, I did a video a month ago on postpartum hair shedding, gave you some recommendations for some herbs to take to help slow down that process. If it's due to menopause or premenopausal, the hormone shifts in that, there's also herbs I recommended like maca roots. I don't remember all of them, like turmeric now, but if you go back, I have videos on all of these particular things. If you're just experiencing, and I can't even say normal hair shedding because what's really normal outside of like we lose a little bit of hair every day. But there are herbs like green tea that can help block green tea, black tea, amla, fenugreek. There's like a ton of herbs I could recommend. But for me, I really let's try to figure out. Let's get to the cause of it. Let's get to the bottom, the reason of the hair shedding, right? Because that is going to be a really determining factor of what I would recommend for you. Okay, let me scroll down some more. Hey, Londa, she says good afternoon. I can't believe I almost forgot about the lot. It's okay, sis. You made it. Versus that your hair is supposed to shed, but if it's falling out of clumps, that's a problem. Right. My hair sheds. I had my maintenance trim today, so I'm gonna be 2 weeks behind the challenge. Yolanda, that's perfectly good. It's perfectly fine. I'm glad you're joining us. However, she said excessive shedding. Yeah, excessive shedding is something else. Hold up. She said, but if shedding is natural, then I'll calm down. No, okay, so not excessive shedding. Patricia Campbell says, "What amla tea do you drink?" So it's actually just it's boiled amla powder. Well, not boiled, but I boil water and then I scoop some amla powder in it and strain it and drink that. Um, that's what I do. But I also like a lot of times I mix it in with my moringa or a smooth or in a smoothie. Like those are like my alternatives. But if you want to see the amla, you can go to my Amazon store. The link's in the description box. You can see what amla I'm using. I'm only using organic amla powder. I like the way herbs taste. I can acknowledge not everyone is like me, but I consume herbs on the regular, so I don't have an issue with that. The thing with amla, I don't know if there's like an official like amla tea like that, other than using the powder because amla is a fruit, and so they crush the fruit, they dry it, and they crush it, and that's actually what is amla powder. So yeah. Oh, Tiffany says, I love that echinacea tea. I would drink it all the time. Yeah, listen, I drink it all the time. I'll use it as a hair tea, but I drink that tea like I also ordered like 6 or 8 boxes from Amazon one time when they were having like a crazy sale, and I was like, don't do listen, queen I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but I posted my bedroom, my second bedroom, where it has like all of my shelving. I finally got all of my shelving together, and I have like two, maybe no, I have 3 large bins of just herbs. Like I have so many herbs. I'm obsessed, and I need to go through like some of them to make sure and see when they expire and see which ones I need to use up. Bowie says, hair butter with strawberries in it. I like strawberries. uh, what's the benefit of strawberries for? I honestly don't know the benefit of strawberries. She's saying strawberries bring more clarity and strength, and it smells yummy. I mean, I'll look into it. I've never heard of that before. I'm assuming you're not talking about using fresh strawberries in a hair butter, but always learning something new. I'm down to learn something new. Yolanda says, "Do you have to deep condition a couple days after your henna treatment, and why?" So not just me, it's recommended that you deep condition actually at least 3 days after your henna treatment so that the color can bind to your hair better. When using oils and butters after that, the color doesn't bind as well. So they recommend deep conditioning 3 days after. They actually recommend not putting anything on your hair, but I'm gonna be real with y'all. Ain't no way. Ain't no way I ain't putting nothing on my hair after using a henna treatment. Cause yes, my gloss bars are moisturizing and wonderful, la la la, wonderful. But I promise you this, one thing about henna, it is a strong, strong herb. Okay, it's not protein, but it acts like a protein. You best believe I'm going to be using a leave-in. If I'm not going to deep condition my hair, I'm going to be using a leave-in. But they highly recommend that actually you don't put anything on your hair after you do a henna treatment. So, and definitely not deep conditioning. Like deep conditioning is like out of the question. Um, so that's why they do. And if you go to like even like henna souk and everything, she also says the same thing, like no deep conditioning after henna, all of that. You get the richest color and the more long lasting color, especially if you have stubborn grays. Like, I got some stubborn grays. So when I do my treatments, I really want it to be intentional. So I don't have to like go back in a week or two and try to redo it. CJ said, hey, I'm late. I just got home from work. It's all right, sis. Oh my goodness, this person's car horn. These kids are outside, I guess, playing next to their car, this person's car, and it's driving me insane. Uh, Let me see if I can close this door here. I feel like it's because I have the other window open. That's probably why I hear it like more. Um, Nicole says, yes, I like pumpkin seeds oil too. Love it. Yeah, it's such a great light oil. I'm really got into that and apricot seed oil, which are the two oils. Well, there's 3 in my DC blocker, but the apricot seed and the pumpkin seed, it's so light and it penetrates so well into the hair. I love, love, love it. Oh, sweet lady. How are you, my dear? It's been a minute, sis. It's been a minute. Tiffany says, sounds like you need an essential oil and diffuser. I do love strawberries too. Me too. Sela says, I may have missed it. How often should we do a scalp scrub? Depending on your hair and depending on like your own routine, but I would recommend at least maybe once every 6 to 8 weeks. If you feel like you have a lot of buildup on your scalp, you may try more, but maybe 6 to 8 weeks is fine. I don't know if you were here when I mentioned, but like when we use a lot of herbal treatments, so like the mask treatments we're doing, the gloss bars, the herbs kind of act like a little exfoliator. So you're kind of getting, when you use herbs, you're kind of getting a bit of an exfoliating or scalp scrub type process regularly. So your scalp remains this. If you're having like a lot of buildup or you have dermatitis or um, extreme like sebum production, you might need once a month, right? But I guess my question is like, why do you why do you feel like you need it? Is it just something because you've heard it said before and it's becoming like really popular now? And I'm not saying you don't need it. I'm just curious if you feel like you're having a lot of like scalp issues. Bowie says, but I want it in a hair butter. I just ordered from a black owned business that has strawberry products for the spring and summer. Bowie. She said, oh, what's the site and can you use it in the hair? Feel free to drop it on receipt. That's fine. She said, yes, strawberry hair products. That's what I meant. Okay. Do you have the website? Bowie, I don't know if I can disclose that business here, but Google strawberry and hibiscus clay wash and they should come right up. And if you're in the Facebook group, let me know. Okay. Pat says, hi, how often do we go live? Usually we go live once a week, and usually it's actually on Sunday. I missed the Sunday, so I am live today. And I try to like tell you guys at the end of the video, so like stay to the end of the YouTube video because I'll try to tell you guys when the next live is, and then check the community post on YouTube because I'll try to let you guys know like if I'm not gonna make it. Um, Darn kids, yeah. I hear them out playing, and I'm like, they be annoying me. Reese says, I think watermelon juice has inositol for hair. I guess almost everything has benefits. Yeah, watermelon juice does have inositol. It's really good. I would personally drink it or eat it, and then just put it on like my hair and scalp. Reese says, I'm eating watermelon right now. I'm about to go eat a mango. Is really what I want. I'm thinking about mangoes. Celia says, no, don't have any scalp issues. Just heard you mention them, which is why I asked. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. We usually do some form of so like we didn't do like official like scalp scrub this time, but we did a scalp detox. So the clays also can help like detox and exfoliate your scalp too. Can be like a scalp scrub, but I previously done like a sugar scrub before. Clays can detox. Herbs can exfoliate and well not detox, but herbs can exfoliate and provide a scrub. So yeah, Pastor, thank you. You're welcome. Wrist off now. And there's a mango. Yeah, girl. You know how rare the mangoes were also. Mangoes were on sale 69 cents per mango at my grocery store. I went crazy because usually they're 99 cents and they're hard and I hate them, but they're 69 cents right now. And I was like, run me these mangoes. Okay, you guys. If you have any more questions, leave it in the chat. If not, I am gonna go rest up a little bit, get my voice together a little bit. I will be live on Sunday again. This is kind of like my makeup live for last week, even though I feel like we talk about whatever. We can always talk about whatever. But I'll try to be live on Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Sorry, I was not a.m. 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, thank you guys for joining me. Thank you, Rissy. You always are so helpful in sharing your knowledge as well. So I appreciate you guys. Uh, Cookies and champagne mangoes are the best. They did not have any champagne mangoes, but I do love them. Judy says, bye, Michelle. Said, this was amazing. I need this. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you guys for joining me today. Like, I really appreciate you guys and always coming in, supporting me, chatting with me, saying, if you have any questions, you think of any questions, here now it's night. If you think of any questions between now and Sunday, feel free to drop it in there. If you're in the Philly area, you can come out to hear me talk and see me in person and also get some free products. They're the samples. This coming Saturday, I'm actually going to send out an email, I guess tomorrow. I don't know where the week has gone, but tomorrow to let everyone know, and everyone's invited to come. But thank you. Make sure you guys do something for yourself. I will definitely go hydrate. I need to drink some more water and probably make another 2 to 4 cups of tea. Thank you, Faisal. Thank you, CJ. Thank you, Sela, Rissy, Needham, Tiffany. Tell Night bye. Night's yelling at y'all. He's over it. So, anyways, I appreciate you guys. I will go play with him because he's having a whole heart attack. All right, y'all. I will see you Sunday.